Hi guys, I'm Joris Voorn. I just had a wonderful gig in Brisbane here. Sunday afternoon, people went crazy in a very small, nice little venue, playing about 3.5 hours or something, off the roof, totally. I basically just kicked off the tour here in Australia. Since it's an Australian release, it was a good start to do the start here. Just did 3 gigs here: Melbourne, Sydney, and now Brisbane today. Have been all wonderful. I think the first email I got from the Balance guys was around somewhere in May. Things just take a long time for me. You know, I can't do things overnight, so. Things have been going on, and it took a lot longer than it was ever planned to be. I didn't really have a plan when I started, which is I think pretty good because you can just start carte blanche and see whatever happens, which I always like. However, I did the podcast for Resident Advisor the year before, which was quite a big success, and so I had a bit of an idea of where I wanted to take it. I wanted to make it kind of in the same atmosphere, the same grooves, but then spread out over 2 mixes, 2 CDs, and actually worked a bit better than the podcast. But yeah, I didn't really have a concept. Things just went as they went. Doing the mix, I didn't really go track by track. I was more thinking of a kind of a start, and whatever happens from there should be a very nice groove. Doesn't really matter if it's 1 track playing or if it's 10 at the same time. I just wanted it to be a very interesting flow. And the way I did it was basically cutting up a lot of tracks, because in this way it allowed me more freedom than using someone's track and taking that as a start. So I was more interested in creating my own flow instead of relying on other people's music. I think playing in Australia is always quite a challenge, because I think people know their music. Like, I heard a lot of good things about last year when I was here, so I felt like the bar was pretty high up, you know, and in that way I was maybe a bit conscious while I was playing, but the people are really into the music, and with all the 3 gigs I did, they were really catching on to whatever I was doing, so this was very good. It's not necessarily easier to play here. I think especially because the people know about their music. Very much like train spotters and record spotters here. I've seen a few forums. People have been pointing things out to me, and you can really see that they actually know exactly every single track you're playing. They know in the order you play it, like when you started it, the exact minute and the second. So people really are very much into whatever's happening, which is just kind of weird as a DJ. You know, you're there at the moment. It's very difficult to talk afterwards about things and say how it was good or not, and yeah, in that sense, it is very interesting crowd, but it's not necessarily easy now. I actually have been preparing quite a lot for this tour in a way that I have been taking samples and edits that I did on the mix CD and trying to play them out live, or even trying to construct them live, which is not always easy, because when you're standing there, you know, it's this big noise and there's people in front of you and there's all this technical stuff, and especially since I'm playing with a laptop, it's quite difficult to really focus on everything and to be really into the edits. However, I did some pre-edits from the CD and made some tools that I could use to kind of recreate a bit of the mix CD. But the mix CD took me a few months to make, and when I'm standing somewhere, everything has to be happening in real time. So there's no way I'm gonna do the same thing, you know, which is not necessarily a bad thing, because spontaneous actions and spontaneous ways of mixing actually can create a lot of surprises for yourself and for the audience, which is very nice. The Brisbane guys have a long way to go. No, it's been wonderful. Like the first year was last year, and now it's the second year, and I actually did prefer this year because of everything. I think the people were very much into it. It was a great, nice summery feel to it. It's nice to come back to a place where you know people, where people know you, and this is actually one of the good things about the work and as a DJ, that you really kind of build up a bit of a fan base and people that you know, and it feels a little bit like home, guys.
All right, hug everyone.
Group hug.